Let's welcome in Tom Murphy into the program. Tom, you asked Dave a question in the post-game press conference after the game concluded about this maybe being a motivating game for postseason play. Do you see this team getting clobbered in the final game in the SEC to kind of push them over the edge in Hoover and then in postseason next week?
Good morning, guys. I'll tell you this. Back in my day, when I played sports, if we lost a game like that, you're so eager to go out there and just show that's not us and, all that kind of stuff, because we have not seen a game like that. I was just kind of, stream of consciousness talking to Dave about some of the misplays and, you got plays at the plate and, Caden Wallace drops the ball on the transfer. You got Wiggins just throw home and just some of the plays that you saw. And we haven't seen the likes of that in years at Arkansas, where you have like a couple of meltdown innings. It's like you can't even get out of the inning. Dave was, you could see, kind of beyond frustrated. So maybe they sharpen their axes and I heard y'all talking about, just swinging for the fences all the time. I think they teach hit line drives, stay up the middle, go up the middle. And if you barrel the bat up, then there's a chance it goes out. So, no, I don't think overnight they can become a station-to-station sacrifice bunt team like we saw Vandy do to great success 2 weekends ago. But I also think, just reiterate to themselves in BP, go up the middle, go where the ball's pitched. You saw Alabama do that to great success last weekend. Dominic Tomez and a couple other guys just went right against the shift and hit balls the other way, and they had a lot of singles in that series, a ton of them.
Tom, do you think the changing of pitchers, just kind of the rotation that was just slightly tweaked a little bit, did that have any effect in Tuscaloosa this weekend?
Oh, I don't know. You give Connor Noland, a full rest, which, was good. This is what I told you guys earlier in the week, or late last week, was it's all about getting your pitching set up for next week. So whatever they do in Hoover, I think needs to be done with, who do we want to start in this regional? And I know that, left-handed dominated batting in teams and hitting teams or right-handed will play into that. But if you want Connor Noland to go game one against whoever in the regional, then that's the way I would set up this weekend's pitching, however that needs to be done. So it could be anybody. I mean, Dave Van Horn even mentioned that Jackson Wiggins could start the conference tournament opener. I mean, it could be Hagen Smith. It could be Wiggins. I don't know if I'd want to start Wiggins and let. They know the internal dynamics a lot better than we do. But I'm telling you, set it up for next weekend.
So that was leading right into my next question: is who throws on Wednesday? Is it Hagen Smith, who didn't start this past weekend? Is it Will McIntyre, who started on Thursday? Seems like they want to keep Connor Noland on that kind of Friday to Friday schedule, and maybe set that up for the regional the following week. So you touched on it there. What are you expecting this week on Wednesday? Who gets the ball at 9:30?
Well, it could be anybody. I mean, you could do the Will McIntyre to open again. He gave some of the better innings that the starters delivered last weekend. Yep. I'm not sure if we're going to talk to Dave Van Horn before Wednesday. I'm assuming we will at some point, but perhaps they'll know. And it's to me, it's all about them charting out how many pitches do we want guys to throw. What's their bullpen day going to be in between Hoover and a regional, and but now it seems to me incumbent that they might need to win a game or two, because D1 baseball and probably some other places project them to not host a regional now.
Yeah, it sounds like there's work to be done. So what do you think the team meetings has been like? You get your brains beat in 18-5. You embarrass yourself in the third game, and now you're on the road. You're all together. You've got several days to practice and sharpen and rest and do. What do you think those team meetings have been like with Dave? These, today, tomorrow, these last couple of days. What's this team in store for before they play on Wednesday?
Probably more about let's recapture who we are. Let's remember who we are. Let's go up the middle in our hitting. Let's make contact when the guy's on third base. Let's hit sac flies. Drive guys in, and then on the pitching is, let's go back to our attacking. They're walking too many people, and I don't know if guys are getting up against the wall, and maybe that's why Hagen Smith was held out of a start and only pitched in relief a little. But it was amazing to me the first half of the conference season to see how consistent and how long their starters were going, based on the year before when they were just piecing it together weekend by weekend, using Kevin Kopps twice on weekends and just thriving on the mound. And now you're not sure how many innings you're going to get, and guys are nibbling a little bit. So I think it's just like, hey, we're better than what we showed at Alabama. Let's go out and do that this week. And who knows, they might get Alabama to start with in their Wednesday game.
Tom Murphy, Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, Whole Hog Sports with us on the Morning Rush. Tom, I want to transition to softball real quick because Courtney Deifel and her team had a great weekend, and now they're set to have another great weekend inside of Bogle Park with Texas coming to town. What kind of atmosphere do you expect this weekend with the Longhorns in attendance?
Can you imagine this weekend? This weekend could be like the greatest dream come true for Arkansas softball. You get to the College World Series for the first time by defeating, a long time, like the arch rival for the older set of Razorback fans, or a huge nightmare. The team that stands between you and the first College World Series is an old time, long time rival, nemesis, and they deny you getting into the College World Series. I like the fact that they've got so many different power hitters on the team, and they hit so many home runs, and they also get on base, and they have depth of pitching too between Delsey and Haas. They can run different arms out there. So they've assembled a really good roster. They're playing with a ton of confidence. They'll be at home. I get the sense that this is the team that gets over the hump and makes it to Oklahoma City.
So Tommy made a great point earlier with the Arkansas baseball team, at least kind of coming off the appearance of struggling. Are we going to see some audience and Razorback fans shift toward this softball team, especially if they win this weekend and make it to Oklahoma City?
Well, I mean, I don't know about shift. It's just maybe adding to your loyalties. If you're a huge baseball fan, you're like, hey, I'm going to go see what this is about, particularly since this super regional will be here when, the Razorbacks will be playing in Hoover. So I expect it to be a big-time atmosphere. And, hey, good for them if they attract more fans that, may have been more baseball predominant in the past.
Yeah, we all like a winner, Tom. So, I mean, climb on the bandwagon if softball's doing better than baseball. I think there will be some that do climb on that bandwagon and start paying attention. That was my point, is they could turn a corner as far as fan awareness in our state if they get to beat Texas coupled with going to the College World Series for softball. I think that will bring some people under their tent that have not been there before.
Oh, yeah, there's absolutely no question. And, the girls like Danielle Gibson, who've been here for several years, and Malkin and somebody that Mary Half, they should be well celebrated for their accomplishments here, because they've been, the turnaround happened a few years ago, but now they're at the point of they're recruiting well, and success builds upon success, and Courtney Deifel's to be commended for just the tremendous job she's done in building the roster. And it's also important to have pitchers in that circle, and they got some. And hey, it's just they're racking up points in the NACDA Directors Cup, just like they did last year. Have a chance to be the leading SEC team if they finish strong.
Tom, good stuff. We'll talk to you on Thursday. Might be getting ready for a baseball game at that morning or that afternoon, but we'll wrap up what happens Wednesday against Bama or Georgia with you on Thursday morning.
Absolutely. I'll be in Hoover, and I'll give you a first-hand account of what's going on. Talk to y'all then.
All right. Looking forward to it. Tom Murphy with us here on a Hot Take
Partners at
Monday.
BetOnline continue to be the #1 source for all your betting needs and sports info. Find all the latest sports developments, including updated odds on the NBA playoffs, fights, and even next season's futures. And don't forget that the MLB is back as well. Who are you picking to win the World Series? BetOnline is your continued source for all your sports wagering needs, including live betting and your favorite Vegas casino and poker games. It's super easy to get started, so head to the website today or use your mobile device to join and use our promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet online, where the game starts.